kind of variations of this, so it's worth kind of talking about. It's really important that when we're putting our hands across our body, we kind of want it to go underneath the armpit. It's much stronger from this position for me to grip and pull. So like we start in the mower or a boat or something. I've never done either of them. So again, I use it as a reference every single time. I watch the videos back and I still say I need some new material. So yeah, putting that into the armpit is really important. We can kind of pull over the top, but that's always two-handed. And for me, it's a bit of a risk as well. It's only when I want to be on my back. Okay, so if you're kind of doing things like that, it's really easy to defend against. So when we get into this position, we control the pull. These hands have to go over here because you don't have much time to kind of scoop. I'm keeping this hook in, which helps kind of take a little bit of latency and time off, but I still have to drag my hip down. I then have to pull this leg across, and again that fist close to the knee. Okay, so here is okay, but close to the knee because I want to extend the hips. What I'm doing when I place that fist in that position is I'm creating a bigger gap. Okay, so if I go to there, Jay's going to pull his knee close towards his rib cage. He's going to close that gap off. Okay, so we're in this kind of perpetual cycle of trying to create a gap. My foot's not going in there. Okay, so going a little bit close to the knee, that's going to help. Yeah, it gives me a second or two just to whip that leg through and then start getting my points to a back control. Okay, most of us are doing this already, which is brilliant, so I'm not going to spend too much time talking about that. We're going to look at when he brings his knee towards his rib cage. So he brings his knee towards his rib cage. This makes it a little bit more of a tricky position. Now, just before Christmas, we started looking at kind of turning and attacking for the calf slicer and things like that. I'm going to be a little more persistent with the back take. Okay, one of the things I like to do, I've showed it before, is put my foot under here, and then I'm going to switch this hand from here to the hip, and I'm going to start using the hip drag. This hand is already getting set to get into that position where I can start attacking for the choke. So we're going into that back. So I'm just going to extend his leg, fall back, and then straight away into my back position. I don't want to hang around too long, so if he kicks his leg, he helps me, and then I get this hook in. And then from this position, this is where I started scoring my first 4 points. Okay. So first things first, get control of the wrist. Drag the arm across. Make sure the hands go behind you. Drag the heel. Extend the legs. So the back is back, down. Nose good. Foot comes up into here. Hand on the hip. Pull. Extend the legs slightly. This hand's already here. And then from there into your decent back position, seat belt, whatever you want to call it. If the foot don't go across, that's fine. Yeah, we can always switch to a triangle. Okay, let's just have a play with that. Let's see how that goes. Be a little bit careful when you're extending the leg because you are kind of twisting the hips and knees and things like that. Okay, but the goal is just to get to that seat belt back position. Alright, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so again, I always control the hip. So like this helps with me drag myself down. I still want to rely on my heels a little bit more than this hand, because if I pull too much and he's not stable, I just end up pulling him on top of me in a position where I don't have full back control. So if you think about back control as a percentage of your chest on their back, so at the moment it's 0%. Okay? So as I pull myself down into here, now it's around about sort of 5 or 10%. Depends how many cookies I like. Okay, so probably 10%. Alright, so I want to get closer to like 80%. That's my control, back control position. I go to extend his leg, he brings me a little bit closer. For whatever reason, I just can't get him to extend this leg out. So I'm going to rely on dragging this side. Okay, so I'm going to do the same thing as I did before when I put my foot on the other side. This hand's just floating. Grab the hip. Now, if you need to, just keep dragging the heel that you can drag. Okay. Once he goes flat, foot goes in, and then get a top position straight away from here. Okay. If you can do all that, here, You just kind of bring the posture down. As soon as you're ready, you start firing that hand up. I like to go across straight away and grab the shoulder, okay, because it's going to be a lot easier to finish the choke. Alright, I can also start looking at what we call a severing choke into here. Not high percentage choke for me, but it's something that you can kind of threaten with a little bit. But it's all about kind of using that second drag to then get your feet in and start tapping for that rear naked choke. So, I've got my heel in, I'm just constantly dragging the leg out, okay? At some point, hopefully the posture's going to break and we're just going to hit a back control. That's the last one, and we'll do some rolling. All three. 1, 2, 3.